Hey guys, so I just got this indoor hydroponic garden and I was gonna unbox it and set it up and let's test it out and see how it works. I got rid of my traditional big outside hydroponic. I think it had like 96 holes or something like that. It was quite large. It was great for starting seeds. Unfortunately though, in Florida, it gets way too hot and it just got way too much algae. And it just was a constant battle. So I decided to get this thing. It is called the Serene Life Smart Garden. And we're just gonna set it up. I think it only has about 8 holes on it. And we're gonna go in. Okay. So, these are the pieces, obviously, that you have this must be your bottom tray. I'm just taking this apart with you here. So, it looks like you put these two together. That must be the front with the window, so you can probably see your water line. Same with this one. And then they have, oh, that's kind of nice. So they have this little flap here, so you can add in your water as you need. They come with these little baskets and your growing medium, which is nice. I'll have to find out exactly what kind of growing medium this is, and I'll put it on the screen. Let's see. Oh, this is gonna be perfect. This is gonna be a lot better than my outside one, and honestly, the baskets are a lot bigger. These look like they're about at least 1.5 inches, if not 2-inch baskets. Again, I'll put that on the screen. My other ones were only, I believe, 1 inch, and they were way too small. So it looks like you're gonna put your water in here. It didn't come with any nutrients, which is perfectly fine, because a lot of the systems did come with some nutrients, and most of the reviews I saw, they had no ingredients on them, which I don't want. I want to know I'm using organic nutrients. I'll probably end up using just like a Neptune's Harvest, the seaweed and shell in this to get it going. And then once things start to flower, depending on what I put in here, I'll use the Neptune Harvest tomato and veg. I also have a hydroponic fertilizer for my water as well that is not Neptune Harvest. So anyways, this is the growing medium, and it looks like you're gonna put these here with the baskets and fill this up. And these are, not 100% sure. And then you can put the bubbles on them, it looks like, too. Maybe if you're not gonna use one, you cover it. I'm not 100% sure. I'll find out what this is and let you know at the end of the video as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this set up, and then we'll go from there. So it also has the light here, and it has this light holder, which looks like it's gonna fit right there. It did come with screws here there. So I'll put that together, put the light on, and let you see. I just filled this one up with water. There is a max line on there. When you're doing seedlings, you're gonna want to have that definitely up at the max line, because they just need to get moisture at first and then kind of go from there on how they do. The one thing I did notice about this system though is there's no bubbler or aeration with it. I do have extra, so I could technically put one in myself, but I really would probably like to see a system with some sort of aeration or bubbler with it. So again, I'm gonna test this one out, get it all set up. I got the light on. I'll turn that on so you guys can see. And then I'm not sure if I'm gonna plant these seedlings in today because I am waiting for some seeds from Baker Creek. And a couple of them are tabletop tomatoes, which I'm really excited about. So I'm gonna put some of those in here, at least like 1 or 2. I know all these hydroponic systems, they say grow tomatoes and you can grow lettuce and you can grow like all these different things, which are not practical, which the lettuce is practical and the herbs are practical. But most tomatoes are not gonna be practical in this type of system. Just kind of depending on what kind of system you get. and what kind of tomatoes you're growing. Like I said, I'm gonna do like a patio plant version, and we'll see if those tomatoes do okay. They may. If not, I'll just have to move them outside. Another great thing is these are so great for seed starters, and then eventually you're gonna need to buy more of these because you're gonna need one basically every time you start a plant. So, and again, I'm not affiliated with this company, which is kind of one I picked. I looked at the reviews and it seemed pretty good. Like I said, the only thing I don't love is it doesn't have aeration and stuff on it, or a bubbler. I think there is a drain hole as well, I saw. If not, they should be pretty easy to lift out, and you can kind of just set them down and then change your water, add in your water here, or your nutrients into these little areas here. So anyways, we'll see how this goes. As soon as I plant it, I will film that as well, and then do some updates on it. So getting it all set up. Okay, and here it is all set up on my counter. I put the little baskets in, there's little spacers. The medium is here to go in them. Like I said, I'm not planting them today. I'm waiting for some seeds. And also, the other thing I did want to point out, the reason why this one doesn't have a bubbler, some of them do have timers on their lights and such, because I bought the cheapest one. I guess this one is a little bit better of a version, and it does have some aeration to it and timers and such like that. So I kind of just want to do something a little less expensive to see if it even works. But this system does look pretty good. So I do think that this will be a success. So I would say probably go ahead, if you're gonna really get into it, invest into a little bit more expensive one, which I may, and just see how it goes. So now I just gotta find a place for this. I may leave it up on my bar over there. Otherwise, I may just have to take it into a different area altogether, because I'm definitely not leaving it here. So anyway. Well, to make a long story short, obviously this hydroponic looks a little different. It's the I Do. I returned the other one. I took quite a bit of footage of it, but the video just kept flickering and looked terrible. So basically I returned the other one because it has no water movement, and that is very important in a hydroponic. Otherwise it just gets gross and you have to change it constantly. So once I got it, I never actually even got it seated. And I went ahead and boxed it up and returned it, and did a little more research and found this one. This one has 2 light fixture settings, and it does have a bubbler in here that's super quiet. I don't know if you can even hear it, but it stays on for several hours a day, and then the light stays on for about 16 hours. I think the bubbler stays on for 8, if I'm not mistaken. There's really no changing it. Once you've turned it on, the ticker starts going. So that's the one disadvantage that I don't love about it. But you can see that it is doing really, really, really well. We just planted these on the 18th, and they are already germinating. The butter crunch and kale haven't yet, and neither has the cilantro. I don't know if I have bad seeds. I have never once had my cilantro germinate. So, but I like this one a lot better. So we'll see where this one does. The only thing is the light, like I said, is you really can't control how long it stays on. So this may need to be moved into, it'd be perfect in like a laundry room or a basement, or a spare room or anything, which I may end up doing. So, but other than that, this one's great. The holes are much smaller. They're only about 1 inch. The other one, they were about probably 2.5 to 3 inches. The medium's about the same. They give you extra medium. You just add the water in here. And then these 3 I don't have planted. I haven't decided what I want to put in there yet. I was kind of waiting to see how everything did. So far so good. You can see all the humidity dome in here. I put water in here, and you can add in nutrients of some sort. They do have a hydroponic nutrient. I'll put a picture of that up on the screen that I use on the regular. And I also just put in Neptune's Harvest. I just put the liquid fertilizer in there, kind of just depending on if they're seedlings or more fully grown. And again, you just put that in here. I do personally like the hydroponic fertilizer better. It's a powder. and it doesn't have an odor. The Neptune's Harvest, if you guys have used it, which I'm sure you have, has quite the odor on it. So I don't really love having that smell in the house. So as you can see, things are doing pretty well. And yeah, I'm liking this thing. Again, the I Do. Very clever name. All right, so planted these on the 18th. Today is the 25th. We have Swiss chard coming up right there, here. The orange hat tomatoes coming up. I took the little humidity dome off, and I'm about to take this one off too. The basil's coming up, so this thing's working pretty good.